you are, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Of course.
The special guest we have tonight, we have to really give her a big thumbs up because she got us from like 320 followers on Facebook. We're almost at 1,300.
Wow.
So
In a
there you go.
very short amount of time.
Very, very short of time. Which a lot of it has to do with with this lady right here, though. So I mean, we got she's the big dog, right? So
Oh, you give me far too much credit.
well, you are the best looking member of the team. So but you've got to know that. So all right, you guys want to? Oh, code word for the night when you take your drink is trip to the truck. Did everybody get that?
I don't have a drink.
Well, you're gonna have to take a walk then.
Yeah,
Even if it's an orange juice, it don't matter.
you gotta throw up something, all right? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's just jump into this, okay? Because this has been very exciting. We've gotten several messages. I know Michelle's handling all the questions, but I've had a ton of people just excited about watching tonight, and just making sure that we are live on YouTube. And yes, we are. All right, so without further ado, we're going to bring to the stage. This lady needs no introduction. Okay, I'm not going to try to build it up like Rob and Randy does. I'm just going to bring her on and say, hey, welcome to the group, Kimberly Pressler. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at here. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Kimberly.
How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. I mean, it's to be here with you guys.
Wait a minute. All right, try it again.
Lee's on mute. That's fine.
Yeah, Lee's on mute. Okay, go ahead. We got rid of the dogs in the background. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, everybody.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
It's good to be here. I'm excited about tonight.
That's
Well,
awesome.
we're excited to have you. We won't keep you too long. We know that you have got to get ready to come to Indianapolis. So, when do you leave out to come to Indy?
I fly out Thursday morning. I try normally to take the earliest flight out of LAX
Right.
slowly, so I do not have to hit traffic.
So
Because it's a
you'll be
night.
there. Yeah, you'll be there
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon, right? So,
I think I land at like 5 p.m. on Thursday.
okay, all right. Well, I think Jason and I are going to get in late tomorrow night. Deuce, what time are you coming?
We will be there Thursday, probably midday, noonish.
Okay.
Yep.
Lee, what did you decide? What are you doing?
I'm still working out the details. I have wedding planning for the daughter on Friday, so we got to figure all that out.
That's exciting.
You're bringing Holly Rock, right?
Maybe, or you might be bringing me.
There you go. There you go.
All right. All right. So you will see this ragtag military bunch on Friday at least. Okay. So look for all the guys that are just wore out, ragged out. Find us at Beer 30. Okay. That's when you come in. Look for us at Beer 30.
I'll know exactly where that's at. I'll be right there with you.
Yes,
Right.
you do.
I've already spent a few
And
nights
if I'm
in
not
there.
right, and if I'm in the red truck, you know where the red truck's at, right? So the red truck will be the parking lot. So there you go.
Perfect. I'll look for it.
All right. So who's got the first question? Bring it up. Let's go.
I gotcha.
All right. go
PBA
ahead.
wife. I was going to say
PBA
PBA
wife,
wife
yes.
should bring that up.
I gotcha. So Kimberly, the
Yes.
burning question for everyone has been, how in the world did you go from Miss USA to where you are now? And I know that's probably a broad answer because that's been a span of different careers and different paths, but
Yeah.
how did you end up here? And
Well, the
you
short
stayed
answer.
so much longer, I think, than everybody expected.
Well, I am very lucky that they've kept me on this long, to be completely honest. I love covering the PBA. I love everybody I get to work with and see on the road. So it's a pleasure, actually. So the short answer is after I won Miss USA, I worked with MTV quite a bit. And then when I crowned my successor, they actually offered me a job, and that's how I got into TV, actually. And I did hosting, and I did interviews with them on a show called Senseless Acts of Video, which was really rad, actually. I got to jump out of an airplane, and that was my initial interview to see if I got the job. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. But specifically going from MTV and NBC, it was because David Bruner, who is the executive producer on the shows, I worked with him when I did Snowcross and ATV. And he called me and he said, so we have a spot open on bowling and I'd love for you to come in. And I was like, I call him DB and I go, DB, I know the very basic about bowling. And he's like, hey, that's okay. And then the next thing I know, like 2 weeks later, I was at the World Series of Bowling.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
That is really cool.
You have brought so much attention that the YouTube comments they're flying like crazy. There's questions coming in on YouTube. So
that makes sense. I'm an open book, so go ahead and ask me whatever you'd like.
Well, while I sift through some of these that we need to ask, okay, Deuce, jump in here. Talk to Kimberly.
Yeah. So I have a question, Kimberly, and I think this is what was so cool after we heard that Michelle was going to reach out to you. I heard that your father was in the military. Is that correct?
Absolutely, he was. I am an Air Force brat. My dad was in the Air Force for 24 years. My stepmom, he met my stepmom, and she was in the Air Force. My older sister, Jill, who celebrated her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to her. She was also in the Air Force. And then I have countless cousins who have been in different branches of the military. So I have a special place in my heart for veterans and men and women who currently serve and have served. So thank you to all of you, actually, because, I'm lucky. This is what I get to do for a living. And I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for everybody else who does the hard stuff. Do this because of all of you.
Well, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. So, did you, as a Air Force brat, did you have to travel a lot as a kid, or did you get a chance to kind of have one home base and stick around?
So, I was born I was born in Vegas because my dad was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base, and then we moved to just outside of, it used to be Georgia Air Force Base, but it's closed now, and it was just outside of like Victorville, Bakersfield, California, like in that area. And then we lived in Germany for a little bit over by Trier. And then we moved back to Las Vegas. And then in third grade, I moved to Western New York with my mom and my stepdad. And that's where I stayed because my dad went to Japan it was supposed to be temporary duty. And it ended up being, I don't know, like 8 or 10 years, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Dad. Thank your dad for his service. We greatly appreciate that as well.
Yes, thank you.
That's awesome.
All right, Colonel, jump in here.
Hey, Kimberly, this is Lee Herring. Just got a question. What is your favorite venue to cover that you've been in your career as far as bowling goes?
That's actually quite easy. It's gonna have to go to Bayside Bowl. I love it there. Charlie and the entire bowling community that he has built there is second to none, and it is so fun. And the atmosphere when you walk into something like that is just, it is something that you have to experience. It's great when you watch it on TV, but being there, it gets so loud, you almost hear the vibrations. You feel them, you know what I mean? And it's kind of cool to experience firsthand. And if you guys ever get a chance, you should go there because it is a ton of fun.
And just a follow up, do you have a favorite bowler to interview and I know we've watched you in the past and you know so much about them before you interview them. And I guess do you study up their biography or something like that before you interview someone?
Oh yeah. So I am still learning. I think I was trying to think earlier when I started this, and I want to say I started in either 2010 or 2011. So I've been doing this for a minute now. And I'm still learning. Every single time I go out there, I feel like I learned something different. And I try and get better at my job. But that means that I have to constantly, I watch when they do qualifying. I actually enjoy being there to watch it just because it makes it easier for me to not try and remember what happened, because I actually saw it live. So then I don't have to like try and rack my memory for what happened. But then on the PBA side, Jeff Goodyear. He is so great about getting us all of the information and notes on each individual player. And we have this guy, Matt, who does all of the actual notes, and he updates them at every single event that we go to. And without that, I wouldn't be able to do my job. It truly takes a village to get a show up and running and have these events go the way that they do. So I'm very thankful for all the people that are behind the scenes that feed all of the information, so that when I do get in front of the camera and I'm interviewing those guys, that I sound a little bit like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, we've had the we're fortunate, Ducey and myself, and we brought in Hollywood and the Colonel with Lee, but he's actually a full board colonel in the Army, so you know he outranks all of us. But anyway, we have the distinct opportunity and the pleasure of being able to go backstage, and you've seen us where we sit, what we do, and the day before, we see you and Randy and Rob sitting with each individual and going through all the stuff that to give you the key points. So we know a lot of people doesn't know that there's you have your own items that you do, and you've interviewed them before, like EJ, you've 100 times, Belmonte 100 times, so you already know some things. But now EJ would be more like, how's it being a father now? Is that affecting you on tour? Things like that. But you have an opportunity now to interview some of the up and comers. Ryan Barnes a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you see. So what I'm trying to say is, you guys do such a great job when it comes to that. Because if we're not there, like we didn't make it to Wichita, but we know what it took for you to get to where you were at, right? But it gives everybody who doesn't have the opportunity that we have to give them a little more backstory. And you can't beat you and Rob and Randy. So I mean, that's the trio there, right? So is Rob going to be around this weekend?
So Rob is not going to be around this weekend. I do not feel I'm at liberty to. We had someone in place. Unfortunately, he had a death in the family. So we're lucky that Dave Levant has stepped in. So that's going to be great. It's always good to have him on board. I miss Rob. I wish I knew exactly when he was going to come back, but he's got so much on his plate. But it is really great because we have these integral parts, me and Randy, it's Dave Ryan or Dave Lamont or John Fenta or Rob Stone. We never know who we're going to get, but we always try and make the best of it when we get out there. And they all bring something different to the table. And you were talking about the fact that we have athlete interviews. We do that before every single show. Even when we do the World Series of Bowling, we only find out who's going to be on the show hours before we go live on air. Sit down with those athletes and we try and figure out, personally, it's my job to kind of find backstories. It's my job to personalize the athletes so that the people who are watching at home can get to know them a little bit more. And it just gives them a great reason to want to root for them. So that's my job. Mine is just not only to talk to the athletes and really get in their mind about what's happening, or if there's any type of injuries that we should talk about, but it's also to humanize them, because a lot of people realize that, these athletes, even they're on TV, every single week, they're just like us.
Right. Rob Stone is doing. Hang on.
The coolest things that we've been able to see with the access that we've been able to get is that they are just cool people, and that the access that you get to them is so awesome. So yeah, we truly enjoy it, and we call ourselves PBA nerds for a reason.
Oh, I love that. And there's something that's what's special about the sport of bowling is that you actually have access to your favorite athletes or the idol that you grow up watching on TV. And, you know, we always do. Well, I don't get a chance to do them. I do stop in there when I do those Pressler, like the pressing questions. I get to go to the pro-ams, and those are amazing because you get to actually bowl with the people that you see on TV week in and week out.
Well, I think the official term for us is stalkers. Is that correct, Deucey?
We've been called that before.
You and Deucey are.
Yeah, we're stalkers.
Yeah.
You've joined the club now, Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
You're a bowling
Yeah,
fan. You're not stalkers.
I don't know. We were fans. We became friends and family. Now we're just stalkers. We just pop up anywhere.
You're not stalkers. You're super fans.
There
I would
There you go. There you go. Right there. So
I'm just an admirer.
when you see us this weekend, you're going to go, oh, and all these super fans that are here, you're talking about us, right? So there's our keyword. So there is the code keyword when she says super fans when she's interviewing, right? So
You're like,
yeah, that's us. That's dog tags right here. Now I don't know. Y'all been going to the truck and I hadn't, so I got to get caught up. So
Sorry, we're taking a trip.
Cheers,
Kimberly gets
Kimberly.
to have a drink with you.
Yes.
Taking a trip to the
Yes.
truck is kind of like the holler and swaller of Nashville.
exactly.
I
So
do not have a drink with me, and that's solely because my kiddo has cheer tonight, and I have to take her after this, or else I'd be sitting here with a glass of wine.
there you go.
Okay, you're probably 3 hours behind myself.
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
only 5. It's a little after 5 here.
Yeah.
Before Michelle and let me get Alex 43223 says hello Kimberly. I love to watch you on Sunday afternoons. Adam says hey Kimberly, he enjoys watching you at Bayside. Bayside rocks and it's the best seafood ever. And Adams also said he was a super fan. So those are some of those on the live chat. All right, Michelle, what else have you got?
So I actually got a question. This is completely off subject, and if I don't ask, I'm going to hear about it. One of our best buddies, Terry, he said, if you were a Disney princess, which one would you be?
Oh my goodness, I know the answer to that one. I know that.
Okay, who do you think? 'Cause I instantly knew who I was going to say, but
I would think Belle.
I was thinking Belle.
Belle is it. Hands down, I would be Belle. The other one would probably be Ariel, but I'm not. I mean, I can swim, but I'm not. But it could totally be Belle. One, because one thing about me is I love to read. And I saw this joke one time where they were talking about Belle and the Beast, and he gave her a library, and I was like, that's all I want. I just want somebody to give me a library.
That would be perfect, right?
It would be right. Yeah. I knew it had to be Belle when that came up. All right, Michelle, what else you got?
So we just had a couple of follow-up questions. So as far as hosting for tour, what does the future look like for that? How do you have to do yearly agreements, multiple year agreements? Are we guaranteed to have you on for another year or 2 years? Are we allowed to know?
Are you allowed to answer that? There you go. Yeah.
I can totally answer that. So honestly, I have never had that conversation with the PBA or Fox, or even when it was with ESPN, about the times that they bring me back. I have very thankfully, I'm blessed that I work with some really amazing people. And I have great rapport with just everybody. So it's kind of open communication. They've never said anything to me about not bringing me back. There's been some jobs where I was like, wait, is this gonna happen again? And 2, do they like me? Are they gonna bring me back? Or, am I part of the team? I've never had that issue with PBA.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm fingers crossed. I mean, I'm gonna stay on as long as they'll keep me in, because I genuinely love what I do. And I've said this for years now. And I used to take on I am not taking on any more full-time work. I do some stuff on the side, but I'm very nitpicky about it now because I don't get to travel all the time because I want to spend as much time as I possibly can with my kiddo. She's 14 now, and she keeps me running like crazy, and I just don't want to miss things with her. So I'm not taking any full-time jobs, and that's the thing. If I took on any more jobs, it would still have to be in the time frame that it wouldn't take over what I do for the PBA and being on tour with them, because I love what I do and I love the people I work with. So anything besides that, it would only be in that short window that we have off that I would consider taking something else on. But
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my questions. Does it keep you as busy as you want to be?
I'm sorry?
Does it keep you as busy as you want to be?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like it's the right amount of time. I wish that like sometimes I happen to love when we do live shows. So because you know, and Michelle will know this, live shows are no matter what, we're going on. We're starting it, and whatever happens, happens. But when we do tape shows, if we do a live show, we follow up with a tape show, those tape shows always end up, without a doubt, they always end up running over. Something that should take 2 hours takes 3, sometimes 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I love it when we do live shows. So I don't mind when we travel out to all these different events because we're doing live shows. I feel like they're easier.
Let me get caught up, Michelle. Here's the guy that we're going to meet this weekend. It's Johnny. Oh my God, it's Kimberly Pressler. Oh my God, you need to introduce him to Kimberly this weekend.
I will have to do that. I'm not sure. So they've got 3 kiddos of their own. So backstory, Kimberly, Johnny is one of our dear friends here at home. He bowls with Ronnie and I on Monday nights. He's got an amazing family, amazing kids. So depending on which kids at which sport or activity at the time will be whether or not he will be there.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my, that's the most handsome man on tour.
Yes,
right
I'll
there.
introduce you to Johnny if he gets to be around.
Perfect.
And
I look forward to Johnny.
I don't know what y'all did to Johnny last night, but it was rough.
Yeah, there was a few grown men that had a very rough morning.
Joe, are you naming names?
And then Alex chimed in and says, "Hello, Kimberly."
Hi, Alex.
Oh, and I got to put this one on Deuce. Monty, he's chiming in.
Oh, Monty's a super fan, absolutely.
Yes. Are you a little nervous when you interview the bowlers? Looking forward to seeing you in India in the next few days.
Hi, Monty. I am nervous every single time we either go live or we go tape because I don't get a second chance. When I stand out there, it is what it is. Whatever comes out of my mouth, whatever questions I ask, that's what we're running with, especially because I don't want to hold up play. So,
right.
But I also think it's really great. I love taking that nervous energy and funneling it into something positive. If I wasn't nervous, I would be excited, and that would bum me out because, who wants to do a job where they don't get super excited about?
Well, I had the pleasure of being at Jimmy's thing in North Carolina a couple of years ago. Remember? And you got to interview and you've done it before with Chris Paul and all that. So take us the difference in the interviewing, not only someone who does something else for their career, like Jimmy Allen and Chris and all those, but when they come to bowl.
Yeah.
Take us through the steps of that. And do you enjoy those just as much as you do the regular, PBA events?
I do, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, they're all athletes. They're all athletes who love to bowl. If they're stepping out there, that's what we're there to highlight. We're there to highlight either a charity, but we're also there to highlight the fact that bowling is bringing all of these people together, and it's something that everybody can do, and something that everybody can genuinely enjoy and have fun doing. And I think that says a lot about the sport. The fact that people across the world love doing this, and anybody can do it. And the fact that so many celebrities are open about love of the game. I mean, speaks volumes. And I love that for bowling. Now, all we need now is to get it into the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that's always a constant battle, and one that actually Ronnie and Smallwood's here too. They had this discussion last night or the night before, and the common denominator of whether it will or won't be that always comes up and why we never get in is because there's always someone who can make it sway in the favor they want it to, because someone has to put that lane pattern in and program that. And, you know, if somebody wanted to be sneaky, they could. Like, there's just not a good way to watch it. Yeah. And
Keep the integrity.
it's really frustrating because all of us want it there so bad. So there was ever a way to remedy that factor that someone couldn't sway it one way or the other, then we would get there over some of the other sports that have gotten there before us, which is so incredibly disappointing, especially when we have such a phenomenal Team USA program.
Exactly.
It's really disheartening.
Yeah.
Why don't they just have people different patterns so that they're not all competing on the same thing?
Right.
Yeah.
Smallwood's never had a problem with a lane operator.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Not in Jonesboro?
Yeah.
Speaking of this, Kimberly, sorry, Gary, I just saw a question on here too. They're asking, what's your high score? And then they're also curious as to what the tattoo is on your wrist.
Yeah, I was getting to that one.
So my high score is, I want to say it was like 170 something. It was a total fluke. A total fluke. It was a total fluke. I genuinely enjoy bowling. That does not mean I'm good at it. I covered motorsports for years. Freestyle cross, ATV, snowmobiles. Very good at these things either. I enjoy doing it, but I'm not very good at it. It's the same thing with bowling. I really enjoy it. I'm just not very good. Unless I get a few beers in me and all of a sudden I'm striking. I'm like,
wow.
And then as the tattoo, it is like, it's a yin and yang flower. So I'm one side and my best friend has the other. So if we put our wrists together, it's a yin and yang.
That is awesome.
And she's my best friend since I was a senior in high school.
Wow.
Awesome.
Here's another. You're just as nice in person as you are on TV. So there you go.
Aww. Thanks, Adam.
Let's talk real quick before you get out of here. What has changed? Because we don't always talk about bowling. We talk about everything and anything, right? So let's kind of switch gears. How has the pageantry or pageants changed since 1999? Because, a lot of things is different now, right? So how has it changed from when you won in 99 to whoever wins in 24 or whatever, right?
It's almost like it's a completely different thing. Completely different. So when I was competing for Miss USA and then went on to Miss USA, we had three on-stage interviews, bathing suit interview, and then we also had gown. So it was really about your intelligence, but it was also about beauty. It was about what you brought to the table, about being feminine. And back then it was celebrated. It's in this day and age, it's quite a bit different. Even now though, I still, there's stigma behind being a beauty pageant winner. Immediately people think that I don't have two brain cells to put together. And I wanted to say, I worked for the Department of Energy at a nuclear power plant when I was 19 and 20. And that was before I went on to win Miss USA. But I hate the fact that I have to give all of those details for someone to think that I am smart or that I can do a job well, solely because they think negative of the fact that I was a beauty pageant winner. I love that I won Miss USA. It opened so many doors for me. It's a completely different pageant than it is now. The the year that I won, Donald Trump had just acquired ownership of the pageant. So he was actually my boss for an entire year. Now the pageant has sold, it's changed hands several times, and it's quite different. So this year they have allotted so that trans women can be part of the pageant. Married women, women who've had children can be part of it as well. And I wish them all the luck. I wish them all the best of luck with it. It's just much different than it was when I competed. And there's nothing wrong with the way that it is now. I wouldn't compete in it now, one, because of my age, but two, because it's just, I love the fact that it celebrated my smarts and it celebrated my beauty, and that was okay. And, you know, it is what it is now.
That's awesome. And I think it's awesome that you took advantage of the doors that were open and,
right.
and you ran with them. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't have gotten that first job on MTV if I wasn't Miss USA. I come from a tiny little town, Franklinville, New York, in Western New York. It's an hour south of Buffalo, 1,800 people. We have one stoplight. I graduated with 60 people in my class.
Wow.
I still have house, and I go back there as often as I possibly can, and I bring my kiddo there, and we go horseback riding, and it's green and farm as far as the eye can see, and I love it. It's completely different than where I live in Los Angeles, and I enjoy living here. There's many things that I love, but there's something special about it back to Western New York. But
well, you would love North Alabama, where me and Lee and Hollywood's from, because this is all green and
It's
mountains.
beautiful.
Yeah, lakes and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
I'm telling you, I've driven through Western New York, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. I've lived in Boise, Idaho, been out west, and I'm telling you, I drove from Illinois to Boston, and I went through Western New York, and it is freaking phenomenal. My sister-in-law is from Watertown, New York, just a little north of. Yep.
Yeah,
so,
I know where that's at. Yes,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely beautiful. You're the right around us.
And you have so much support from your family that, look at here. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, that one.
Oh, that's my stepmom. My dad.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad.
Yeah. What about
That's
that
awesome.
now? Yeah, we got dad. We got dad involved now. So look, he's going to have to become an honorary member of the team. Deuce, we're going to have to get him a jersey and a pullover and everything. We need to get your dad's pullover size, and I will see if I can't bring one to Indy with me. How about that?
Oh, love that. My dad and my stepmom, they've supported my career for so long, and they're some of my biggest cheerleaders. They come to the events. They've actually been to Bayside several times.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Deuce and I see if we can't round up some of the apparel and get it to you this week, and you can get it to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad did that. Thank you.
And we'll get your dad to come on. Michelle, we need to get the boss on. We need to get dad on.
All right, I'll do work.
Yeah, do work.
I don't know if my dad would do that, but
Oh,
There's Johnny. He loves a small farm town, and you are a diehard Bulls fan, of course. Right?
Buffalo fan.
That's exactly right. I am a Bills fan.
There you go. All right, Hollywood, before we get out of here, you got anything? You're awful quiet over there in the corner.
Yeah. Lee actually took my question I was going to ask earlier, but there's no worries. But I just want to make a comment. Kimberly, I know I speak for all the bowling fans out there that when you're on TV and you're interviewing it's all the bowlers and stuff. It's just a class act, and we appreciate it and enjoy watching you. And I personally know why they're not going to do anything to you, because if you leave the show, ratings will go down. That's bottom line. So you make the show, and
that's it. There you go.
All the questions you ask the bowlers, that's top notch. Get them to laugh and stuff. That's just to prove how much of a real people they are. And I went to Open last year and talking to bowlers and stuff, and it's a lot different event than going to a football game or something where you really don't get to talk to the players and stuff that good. Well, so it's class, and we just appreciate what you do on the show and everything. So thank you for coming on board and having this interview with us and stuff. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the kind words too. I work really hard at what I do. And I want to highlight all the amazing athletes that are bowlers and that come out here and really take this job seriously. And I'm really blessed that I get to do what I do. So thank you to PBA for keeping me on, and thank you guys for having me tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on. And as someone who's been around your entire career with the PBA, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for all the guys on tour, for what you've done for the tour, for everything that you've contributed to this whole community. And now to see, I had no idea coming into this when I had originally asked you to be on that you had came from a military family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the boys knew that. I did not know that.
Yeah, we knew that. We all knew that.
And I actually have I have something in the works right now with the USO and bowling. So fingers crossed that I have some big announcements for later in the year.
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
Very cool. Very cool.
You will always
we will shake your hand in Indy. We will be there this weekend, so we will definitely get together and thank you in person. So we greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in Indy.
Yeah, and when you do get to make that announcement, after you do, come back on and talk to us.
Yeah,
we'd love to have you back on. So.
Share it back out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Colonel, you going to say anything before you go, or are you just going to sit there?
Me?
Well, you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah.
Oh.
One last question. What other activities do you like as far as when you're back in California? I don't want to bring this up. It's a different sport, but I know pickleball is becoming real popular. Do you play that?
I have not played pickleball ever, and I know a lot of people who do. They actually have courts. They have courts all around here. I have not picked up on pickleball. I enjoy watching sports. Love watching football. I enjoy watching hockey. I enjoy watching some basketball. I love going to sporting events. I'm just not a very sporty girl. I love the snowboard. I absolutely suck at it, but I love it.
I just heard Rob Stone on there the other day on the PPTV.
I just started taking golf lessons.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, you got to be a golf. Yeah, you got to be a golfer if you have anything to do with the bowlers, because every one of them play golf.
They have conversations about golf, and I could feel like my eyes glass because I have no clue what they're talking about. They're like eagle or par, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
I don't even.
Let me give you, before you go. You've got to go play with Ronnie, EJ, and AJ.
No.
We have all played golf with these guys, and I'm telling you, you will have a ball with these guys.
I would totally enjoy myself.
No, she needs to go play with other people that ain't that great, because it's not fun playing with them.
Yeah, do you know that about EJ and Ronnie, that they're really good at golf?
They are really.
They are very good at golf.
They are very good at golf.
They're extremely good at golf.
Mm-hmm. And I hear Tommy Jones is pretty good too.
Yeah, he's
so they all talk about it, and they all talk about, those are the three names that pretty much come up all the time when they talk about someone being good at golfing. So not a chance am I going to go golfing with them. I totally embarrass myself.
Maybe putt then.
I didn't say that you needed to play. You just need to go and watch.
Interviews on the course.
Yes. Yes. I was so. Listen,
you know what I can drive the golf cart. That's what I could do. That's
she could go interview them, but she can go golf with us.
That was the point I was going to make when Lee and I went with Ronnie and EJ and AJ. I am so terrible that Ronnie said, "Brother, you can tee off from the women's tees. You're not gonna embarrass us. Trust me." When I got to where I couldn't even keep up from the women's tees, EJ said, "Do you think you could drive the cart at least?" So I was driving the cart, and it was I'm terrible at golf. terrible at golf. But I had the best time out there. Now the Colonel, he'll lay back and not do anything. But now this guy can play some. He can play some golf too. So
Not much, a little bit.
It's all about getting out and doing it. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's about getting out and doing it.
Just
So
having
if-
fun.
I
Yeah, so
haven't been to the golf course yet, but I go to the range and it's going pretty decent. I hit it. I hit with wood the other day, and I went past the blue 200, and I lost. I was yelling and jumping up and down. All these guys down the way are looking at me, and I was like, "Did you see that?" I'm like,
That's awesome.
"Good job!" And they're so
That's
loud.
awesome.
I'm not supposed to be loud, am I? I didn't care.
This ain't Bayside. This ain't Bayside.
Yeah, it ain't Bayside golf, that's for sure, right? All right, so before we let her go, everybody, let's get your glasses up, man.
Get
We're
your
taking a
glass.
trip to the truck, and this is for
Don't
you,
have one.
Kimberly. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. This is all for you, okay? So
Kimberly, we will have a
Thank
trip
you
to
so
the truck,
much.
whether it's
Thank
in
you guys.
person
We'll
or
see you in Indy.
we will
See
see
you
you in Indy.
up there.
And
Yeah.
Safe
actually,
travels.
I'm going to see you in Indy, and I'll see you in Illinois as well. So I'll be there back to back.
Perfect.
and
Bye,
I may
guys.
just
Thank
I
you.
may just quit my job and just come on the tour full time and do absolutely nothing. I don't know.
Thank you very much, Kimberly.
Thanks,
We will-
Kimberly. We'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. All right.
Michelle, thank you so much.
Yes, Michelle.
you.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. She's
You gave us
awesome.
some
I just love her.
credibility.
Yeah, you're the best team member ever that we have. And we did good, did we not? What is
Yeah,
it?
you guys did
40
great.
40, yeah, less than 40 minutes. I think she came on. So I think it's like 37 minutes.
And I think that's the best key is to kind of keep us a consistent time frame, have
Right.
some set questions, let people chime in. I think it was awesome that, I know we're still live, but I think it's awesome that we have people come in on YouTube. They can ask
Right.
questions, people from Facebook. I got several people tagging me through Facebook. So, yeah, it's
Right.
great. I think it's going to gain more and more traction. I sent Chris a message and said, "Hey, man, you're going to be able to get on here in just a second." So he's in the background. Hopefully,
Yeah,
he can
he's
get on.
there he is.
Hey,
Yeah.
I dig that up. I dig that sweatshirt, bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah, let's go.
oh, look at
Motivated.
So I guess I did read it wrong. So I guess the administrator counts as one and then the other 5. So because Chris kept sending me messages, hey, click the button. Click the button.
I didn't say that. I did none of that. I was just back here chilling,
That's what happens when you're late, Chris. You get to miss out on
doing homework. I know.
Oh, we had a ton of viewers on YouTube.
Nice. How many? What's
That's
the-
awesome.
When she first came on, we had over 160 viewers on YouTube.
Nice.
All right, so let's get caught up real quick before we get out of here. So what's going on at the Open, Michelle? What can you tell us? How's
What,
things
what?
looking?
I couldn't hear you.
What is going on at the Open? How is things looking? Has the crowds been
Oh,
big?
it was brutal.
It's
I actually
brutal.
told someone earlier today it would be more enjoyable getting a colonoscopy. It's brutal because they can throw a great shot and you think it's going to strike and it will not.
It's
Really?
rough.
410. Today was the day of 2-4-10.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was crazy. And guys who bowled great yesterday had not so great days today, and it's been interesting. We're praying for a
West
big day
Malott went
tomorrow.
from first. West Malott went from like first to 24th. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. So everybody, we as amateur bowlers look at it, and go, man, I'd love to be a PBA touring pro. And then I watch these guys bowl on that, and the best bowlers in the world shot 150. I'm like,
Right.
nope, I'm not bowling on that. Yeah.
No, you don't want to bowl in this because I
No.
can tell you what, I average 210 myself, and I'm not going to average 140 on this shit.
Nope, it's crazy. It's
They're
crazy.
leaving
So
leaving
we're-
ugly splits.
Yeah, dude.
It's like Johnny says, yeah, leaving ugly splits.
2 4 8 10s, 2 8 10s, 7 10s. It's been crazy. 3 6 9s. It's crazy. crazy.
We have a
So
lot of people.
we're obviously still on YouTube. We're still on Facebook Live, whatever. What we need to do also, all you people out there watching, hopefully there's still people watching.
There's still people watching on YouTube.
Go get your subscription to freaking bowltv.com. Get your subscription so you can watch it. I've watched almost every set. The only time I'm not doing it is when actually what's cool is I hook my iPad up to the car, put it through the Bluetooth, and while I'm driving, I can hear the narration. I can hear what's going on. I may not be able to watch it, but I can at least hear Mike Flanagan. I can hear freaking Tom Hess. I can hear Chase. I can hear all the guys and kind of have a pulse of what's happening. And it's extremely tough out there. These are just ridiculous conditions.
It is. Yeah.
Have there been a lot of crowds come in to watch?
So typically on qualifying days, there's a lot of local, like family of ours, friends of ours, and you'll get your youth bowlers in. Usually in the evening is the busiest. Morning, afternoon are a bit slower. So it's not a packed crowd. It probably won't be until match play on Thursday and Friday night. Friday night match play can get wild when it gets close. Well, you guys know, you've been there. Some of you have been there, but those are the nights I look forward to. Granted, my husband is there. If he's not, it's a little painful walking to the bowling center because you feel a little bitter, but it's all good.
But that's kind of like a home. That's like kind of like a home center for you guys, right? I mean, it's not that far from the house.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes from us.
You've bowled there in the past, but it's kind of like it's kind of like Ronnie's familiar territory, right?
Yeah, I actually used to work for the company that operates that bowling center.
Right.
I used to be one of their program directors, and so we've been patroning or competing in that bowling center. Along with Expo and Western, which are part of the Royal Pin family for the last 20 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't one of the owners pass away not too long ago?
Yes. Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was last year. It wasn't that long ago. It was definitely in 2020.
Yeah, he wasn't the owner. He was the
is it a Doty?
CEO? And he ran the whole.
Yeah, it was Doty.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we met him the last time we were there.
Yeah, he was real. He was always nice to us when we. Yeah,
he my whole career there, he was great to me, and he's always treated us well, even when I left.
Johnny says they don't sell the right beer there, though.
No PDG.
So, give us a quick update. What do we got coming up that you want to talk about?
So I know. The interview for next week I'm working on. I have a meeting with them on Thursday.
Okay.
So you guys will get to hear that news hopefully Friday if they agree to it.
Okay.
Coming in, 2 weeks ago, I'm crunching trying to get some interviews. But ones that I do have guaranteed so far working on scheduling is Leah and Krista Sant that own Bowler X, who we're now sponsored with. They will be holding the PBA Tour Finals in June. No.
Yes,
June. First week of June. We're doing an interview with them on May 28th.
May 28th, that's right.
I spoke to Brett Spangler today. He will be coming on with us at some point. Just have to have a meeting with him as to when that will be because they go on the tour from this week into March.
Yeah.
Right.
So spoke to him. I've spoke to Natalie. I still need to speak to EJ about having them on. I want to reach out to Nate and Maria. I know Ronnie and I will be on at some time. So actually just Ronnie. So yeah. And then I've talked to a couple other people I want to kind of keep tucked away because I will be a big surprise. So yeah, and things are rolling. Things are moving.
Us well enough. If you tell us, hey, I don't have anybody, you guys reach out too. We got enough contacts. We can talk to a couple people in that. So we can get people on too. Don't think we're not putting this all on you.
All on you, right?
You need to take when you say, hey, I'm done. You guys go figure out what you want to do.
I welcome the challenge. I am completely fine with it. One of them that I have in mind is not PBA connected, but bowling connected through the military. So I'm hoping I can get that one looked out. And as soon as I find out, I'll let y'all know.
And I was bring this up earlier. I think another thing we need to do is we need to reach out to some of the people who came on early on when we had very little traction. I think bringing our previous guests on that we talked to 200 people. Who cares? But now we can bring them back on
Right.
down the road would make more impact. Have repeat guests. It's not going to be boring. It just
Right.
Yeah. I mean, repeat guests are never a bad thing. Smalls, I might have to twist his leg or buy him a case of Mick Ultra. He said they make him nervous just a little bit.
Listen, when we had Smalls on, that was the funniest thing because I had messed up the jerseys. And Smalls was like you. He was still on backstage, and I'm sitting here looking. And Deuce is having this conversation about the jerseys, and Deuce is telling me, "Oh no, Jason sent it to you. It's in the box. Go look in the box." And Smalls is just busting out laughing. And then we brought him back in, and Smalls says, "This." He said, "I enjoyed this better than my interview." He said, "This stuff is great."
I can't remember who said it. It might have been Michelle. It might have been Kelly. They said, "Oh, Smalls is talking to you from his death room." With all his taxidermy on.
With all the taxidermy in the background.
Yeah, he likes to hunt just a little bit.
Exactly.
Now, if you want to talk about a stalker, he would probably come here and say this right now, but him and his deer cams, he stalks them things.
He told us all about it. He was showing us pictures on his phone.
And they're talking shit.
He was showing us his deer cams and everything. Remember?
Oh, yeah. He was at the World Series of Bowling last year. We were in Milwaukee, and I showed him a picture of my deer camera, and I have an albino deer walking through my deer camera. And that's really strange to see.
I'm surprised he hasn't trespassed yet.
We're trying to get him to come to Huntsville, hang out with the Colonel.
Yeah. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't that right, Lee?
Yep. We last time I shot one, he got upset because I didn't send him a picture right away.
There you go. So we get Smalls back on again. That'd be hilarious.
We definitely need to get him up with the Colonel. Get the Colonel when he's available, so he and the Colonel can chat too. That'd be great.
Well, with the Colonel coming up this week, it's all going to be about deer stuff, man. That's all it's going to be about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't talk about bowling.
Yeah, we don't talk about bowling.
We need to get some. We need to get some camo dog tag bowling shirts.
Well, if everything goes like we were hoping, Michelle's going to take care of that this weekend, right?
I'm hoping.
We'll see.
Got some things up my sleeve I'm working on. So.
And we got the logo. Everybody's agreed on the new logo, and it looks great. Jason done a great job on that. So we're going to pass that along. And so the new apparel will have the full logo on it. So we're excited about that. So before we go, I think we need to end thanking the sponsors. I'll start off because I've been with her for a while. Eileen's Bowling Buddies. I know she does a lot through BowlerX and everything, and her sales and stuff. But I've spoken to Sandy several times, and she is completely sold out to us 100%. And I appreciate her having the trust and the faith in us. So as we build this and and broaden it out to do the tournaments and stuff, she is really going to come in and really be a part of that as far as donations and giving back into the group and everything. So, Sandy, I appreciate everything you do for us, and I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you having faith in us. So, a big shout out to Eileen's because she's going to be one of our big supporters when we get, like I said, to the tournament side. So, Michelle,
we love to thank Eileen. She's A1. Their business is A1, and I know even through BowlerX we use them, offering the tools that they have. And then we want to thank BowlerX as well. Lee and Krista are amazing. They have a son who's in the military, and with our sponsorship with them, they're offering all of our fans 10% off of their orders. There are some restrictions, but that code is dog tag. You don't have to have it capitalized or anything, just dog tag. And they are fully on board for however they can help between now and the future and what we've got in store. I know we've got a lot of things in the works and plans ahead that hopefully we get to announce. My fingers are crossed in the next 6 months. So really appreciate them and really appreciate everybody on the PBA tour allowing us to make this connection and build the bowling family and the military family, and bring everybody connected and come to that common ground. And, you know, the bowling community is family, the military is family, and now we're all family together. And
Exactly.
it's been great already.
And what is Eileen's is the same thing too, right? Dog tags 10.
I'm not sure. I don't think you sent me that one.
Okay. It's
Where's Eileen's code, guys? We got it for you.
I'm
Yeah,
really
we've got it
excited
covered.
to get Sandra and Lee on, and especially to talk about their son, because I didn't know that their son was in the service.
Mhm.
And then down the road, hopefully, maybe we get him on. So that's really, really cool because, like you said, the bowling community is pretty darn small, and the military community is pretty darn small. So it's awesome to hang out with people like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Chris, you want to get in here before you say goodbye? I know you was late getting in, but I appreciate you hanging backstage, so you can say hello and.
Hey. Yeah, I was just hanging out. We had some errands to run real quick.
I got you.
Traffic.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not a problem, man. Not a problem. And I've got your pullover, and I'll get it to you. I need you to text me your address, make sure I got it right. Okay.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. And we're going to work on what we talked about earlier with you too, and Fort Leonard Wood. So we'll get that going. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, Lee. You got anything? You gonna say goodbye? What are you gonna do? You gonna go get the dogs out now?
Yeah, they need my attention. It sounds like, but it was a good hour, good interview with Kimberly. I really enjoyed it. So look forward to next time.
Yeah.
See you this weekend.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm glad
All
you
right,
can
Holly,
make it. I'm glad you can make it, Lee.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you could get on here with us and everything.
Yep.
All right, Hollywood, what you got?
Oh man, yeah, like Lee said, man, it was a good interview. It was a good choice having Kimberly on to get some retrospect from her side and of the PBA, you know, for all the viewers and stuff. It was good, and hope to see y'all this weekend. And well, it was nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's our buddy Johnny. Great
Johnny,
show.
thanks, bud. I'm looking forward to meeting you on Thursday.
Looking forward
Friday,
to meeting
Saturday,
Johnny.
whenever you come up.
Super fan.
And listen, I'm going to
he's
tell you now,
awesome.
Johnny, just so you know, the first one is on Ducey.
Thanks, bro.
Bring the card this weekend, Deuce. You got to bring it, Ducey.
All right, y'all. It's time
Oh,
to
wait a
head
minute.
out. Let's get
Just
our
drop
toast
him
in.
off.
Hang on. We got to get Ducey back here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for bringing us as far as you have from 296 to whatever to we're like 12, 30, 40 or whatever. Chris has got his open. He's ready to go. All right, Deuce, you got the toast ready?
I do.
Hang on. Let me get you full screen there, Deuce. All right.
right.
Lay it out
So
for
you
us,
got-
brother.
You guys know the U.S. Army Honor Guard has a movie out called Guardians of Stone. I was lucky enough to be part of it. In the movie, there's James Caan and James Earl Jones toasting in the NCO club. Here's to us and those like us. Damn few.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. There's the toast. All right. Listen, love you guys. Can't wait to see everybody together, and we'll get some picks and we'll get some stuff done when we're in Indy. As long as we're always as well as having a great time together. So
Excited
you guys
for
be
it. Y'all
safe.
travel safe.
We certainly will. We'll let you know where we're at, what we're doing, and we'll be talking, and then we'll meet up. Everybody should be there by Thursday night, Friday anyway, depending on when Lee gets there. So
Michelle, I'll see you. Michelle, I'll see you midday Thursday.
Sounds good.
All
And
right,
then
thank you
we'll
so
all
much.
be together Saturday morning, 10:30.
Saturday morning, 10:30. Right.
It's
And then I will.
Probably in the beer 30.
Okay. All right. And I will see you Thursday morning or whenever you get
All
there.
right.
Okay. All right.
I'll see y'all one day.
We're gonna get you there, brother. We're gonna get you there. All right. You guys be safe. All right. And as we always say, God watch over our brothers and sisters, both near and far.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right. You guys take care.
Y'all.
See y'all.
All right. See you.
Yeah.